in at a company, you take 3 pieces of black paper, fax them in a circle through a fax machine, and heat up their toner. For that ridiculous speech, he basically did what I just did here. That was 2 years of this 4-year sentence because they said it was incitement. So anyway, like I've learned a ton since we made this movie. So some of the ideas in the movie, when I see them now, I'm like, do that better. But I think that's what's good about it. That's what I've enjoyed is like being able to talk to people, showing it to people who talk amongst themselves, what they like, what they don't like. At least, so definitely it's been it's become more of a political experience for me. I started out as.
If you didn't have a budget, does that mean all the actors were volunteers?
No. What we do is, in addition to like the documentaries we made, the film we made before this was a doc on the Wu-Tang Clan. Like all our features don't make money. That's kind of not their purpose. Maybe it will be one day. But we do like short internet work for companies, and that pays our bills. And we had kind of a good run, and that was sort of like we're going to spend all that money on this. So what we spent it on was actors. It was a SAG union, ultra low budget film. So all the actors get $100 a day, and food, and some lodging. So it was a 4-person crew. It was myself and 3 other people. We didn't get paid. Though the money that's coming into the film now is going to pay the other 3 people I worked with, like deferred fees. But yeah, it was done for very little, though. There's like 50 actors in the movie, and it kind of added up. So I think we shot it for between 20 and 30,000 of money that we made. So that sort of emptied our bank account. And we went back to work, and we did it over like an 8-month period. So we would like shoot for a couple days, and then spend a couple weeks like preparing for the next couple days, and maybe taking some jobs and making some money and like that kind of stuff. So, and just to say, last thing, I did bring DVDs and soundtracks, and the awesome thing about buying one here is that the DVDs are only $10, usually they're 15, and the soundtrack's only 5, plus all the money goes to the info shop, as part of the fundraiser. So if you have any inclination to buy either one, you should buy it here. The soundtrack's really good. Joaquin, who plays Charlie, did most of the music, plus there's also stuff from some of the other bands on it.
So, are you familiar with the American Legislative Exchange Council? Okay, so I was just wondering if, you've thought about when you were making this, making any connection between how, like, they helped pass that Animal Terrorism Act and how they do other things that actually, like, really fucks up a lot of people, like, like SB 1070.
I honestly didn't know that Alec wrote the act when we were making Bull Native, but in the process of working on the Shack doc, we are exploring that, and that'll be part of that, dealing with the way in which this is basically try to keep it sort of based in reality to a certain extent, and at the same time, it's sort of